computing lesson. Because next week is our inset day and you won't have school next week Friday, today is our last computing lesson, but it's also one of my favorites because it's the one where you get to design your own little game using the scene we created last week. So I'm going to pop over to Purple Mesh now, and then I'm going to show you how to access your previous scene you've created. So this week you won't be able to go to alerts because I didn't set a task for you, but instead of that you're going to the folder, the yellow folder at the top called work. You're going to click on work, and then your work will either be in your my work folder, or if you find your class name, you could see your class name pop up there. Just click on it, go into my work, and find the one you called my scene last week. Now, if you haven't completed this task last week, you won't be able to go into the work folder and complete a scene. You'll have to go into last week's lesson and have a look at what instructions I have given everyone to complete their first scene. If you do indeed have a scene created, you go to the work folder and find your work under my work, or if you've saved it in your class folder, you can click on your class name and open up your work called my scene with your own name. Okay, I've seen some brilliant scenes and I've enjoyed looking at them, so very well done to those of you who have completed your work. I am going to open up my scene now, which I created last week, and then I'm just going to double check that my scene's still there, and I can see it's still there and nothing's happening because I did not give it any instructions. So today we're going to create some instructions, or give our computer some instructions by putting in a code, and then our output will be that our animals or objects are either moving or disappearing or making sounds. As you can see, we have the sound option today, which is great. So the first one I'm going to do is when clicked. I'm going to try and use a few of these options. I'm going to use when clicked, and I'm going to choose my first bear, which is the bigger bear. The larger bear can either be the mother, father, any bear you want it to be. I just know it's my bigger bear. When I click my bear, I would like my bear to move to the right. And when it moves to the right, I would like it to make a certain sound. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a bear sound in my folder when I went looking for sounds, but I do have other animal sounds. The lion sounded quite close to my bear, so I chose the lion, and I made it that my bear only makes the sound once. So if I want to try it out, I'm going to click on the play button at the top in the middle. And at the moment it's doing nothing because I haven't clicked anything, but when I do click on it moves to the right and it makes a sound, and that is perfect. I also know that I have a spider and a younger or smaller animal, so I think the next one I'll choose is my spider. Instead of using the when clicked key, I'm going to use this one when I select a key. So when you choose this option, you can click any button on your keyboard. The button I've chosen is my spacebar, so I'm going to click my spacebar now, or press my spacebar, and that will pop up. If you press the button A or B, those numbers or letters will come into that space. I can show you later. So I've clicked my spacebar, And the animal that I want to move when I click my spacebar is my spider. And I would like my spider to move up. Maybe my spider can make a sound while he's moving up as well. So while he's moving, I would like him to make a sound. There's no spider sounds, unfortunately. But I did find something called a paper sound under other sounds. And it sounds like that. I'm not sure if it was paper actually. Was it the paper sound? I think I chose one from my classics and it was a click. Let's just try the click. Yes. So I'll choose the click sound. And because I want it to be walking or making that click the whole time as it's walking, I'm going to say it should do this 100 times. Do you think that's a bit much? I don't think so, because he'll be walking for such a long time, so he needs to make the sounds. You can add in however many times you'd like it to make that sound. Okay, and just to check it, I'm going to press play. I know that I must press the spacebar key for my spider to move, and I need to listen out for my sound. Let me just see if I can increase my volume. Hopefully you'll be able to hear. And my spider is moving, and I can hear it. Great, I'm happy with that. I can see that my background is also an option to change. So I'm going to select the when key button again. And because background starts with the letter B, I'm going to click the letter B. So when I click the letter B, my background is going to change. And I'm going to select image under here. You can change to color, you can change it to a different color text if you have writing on it, change your font or your text size. But because I have an image, I would like my image to change, and it's going to say set to with a question mark. So I'll click on my question mark and I'm going to choose a new background. So if you look at the cave over there, the outside is like hills and trees. So I'm going to see if I can find something quite similar with trees and hills in the background. And I think this one's quite similar. So I'll choose that one. And it doesn't have to make a sound. I mean, you could add it to make a sound if you want, because then you have a new scene, but that's fine. We don't have to add a new scene. And if I click, okay, I'll click on my bear. I'll try all of them together. Bear. Now my space bar. And now my letter B. And my scene has changed. Perfect. I have one more character left, and that's my little bear. So let's see. I added in my plants as well. Maybe I might want my plants to disappear. Let's see if I put my animals in underneath this one. Will it hide? And I can put all my plants in here to hide when my scene changes. Let's see if that works. I'm just going to press the letter B, and as soon as my scene changes, my plants have also disappeared that were on the ground in the cave. Perfect. Now I have one more thing left to do, and that's my little baby bear. So when I click on my baby bear, what could my baby bear possibly do? Let's see. Speak. That's a nice one. It's a nice option because it won't really speak. But if I choose speak, I'll show you. You can say hi, or you can say I'm hungry. Shall we make it I'm still hungry? I am still hungry because they? And I would like him to say that for about 10 seconds before it goes off. And I think that gives all of my animals and objects something to do now. I'm just going to lower my volume so that if I do speak, you can hear me. So the first thing I'm going to do is check if my code works. When I click on my big bear, it needs to move to the right and make a sound. When I click on my spacebar, my spider needs to move up. When I click on the letter B, my scene will change and my leaves will disappear. And when I click on my little bear, he will give me a little speech bubble and say that he's still hungry. You can choose to do it in any order. Shall we start with my background first? So I'll put the letter B in. There we go. Then I'll click my space bar maybe. And my spider starts moving. And maybe my little bear can speak first. I'm still hungry, so mommy bear or daddy bear, sister bear is going out to find some food for him or her. Okay, and there you have your game. If you wanted to add more characters or change your scene, you can do that. But go wild, have fun, and I look forward to going into all of your games later on and playing them. Bye bye.